What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a pretty cool video today going over some upgrades on your mountain bike that you probably haven't thought of. These are all going to be budget friendly options, mostly just visual customization options that you probably haven't thought of that are really cheap, and if you haven't tried it, it might give you a nice little spice to your bike. Before we get into today's video, I do want to say if you enjoy what you see here, please like and subscribe, and I'll have more content your way shortly. Alright, so like I said, today's video is mostly about customization to your bike. Some of these upgrades are going to be as cheap as $5 on Amazon, going all the way up to, I think the most expensive is probably $25-30 depending on which one you get. So let's get right into it. So the first upgrade we're going to be talking about today, it will mostly apply if you have a externally routed bike. One thing I went through on my hardtail, my externally routed hardtail, is a lot of mountain bikes, they have clips that try to clip your cables onto your bottom of your down tube here. A lot of those don't stay, usually just end up replacing them with zip ties. If you've ever taken your bike to the shop and had any work done, if you had any of those clips, more likely than not, by the time you got the bike back, it's got zip ties on it, just because it's going to hold way easier and it's just a better long-term solution. And one pretty cool thing you may have not thought of is just going on Amazon and just getting yourself a pack of small zip ties. You can get them in all sorts of colors, and you can kind of color match your bike. That's just one nice little detail when you've got the bike all nice and cleaned up. It's just a nice little added touch, gives you a little bit more personalization to the bike, and when somebody comes to look at your bike, they can see you really paid attention to detail. And I'll link some of these zip ties in the description below. But this is a super cool thing, $5, it'll be here in a couple days. You can kind of spruce up your bike and kind of make it more personal to you. Alright, next I'm going to jump to probably the most expensive thing on the list, which is still very affordable pretty much any way you go. That's going to be a ride wrap or a frame protection kit or something along those sorts. This one right here applied to my hardtail is a Dyed Bros protection kit. I'll try and link it in the description below. Just a super cool thing if you've got a plain bike or you want to spruce it up. You can get something loud and crazy, kind of like this graffiti, or you can get something a little bit more plain. I've got one here from AMS. I highly recommend this brand, All Mountain Style. This one's kind of a more plain design. It just has some lines, kind of like a trail map right there. They have different styles. This one's the Frame Guard Extra. Pretty much comes with every piece included. They do have some that just covers the top tube. This one does cover the rear triangle and all sorts of other good parts on the bike. These run anywhere from $20 to $40, but a really inexpensive thing for your bike for how much it changes the look of it. So I'll definitely link these in the description below. Alright, the next upgrade on this list is probably going to be the simplest one on the list, and that is just going to be some cable ends. So if you've got external routing, you've got cable disc brakes, anything like that, oftentimes you can use one on your dropper post lever as well. And that's just going to be some color matching cable ends, similar to the zip ties. Just throw those on and it just adds that nice little personal touch, and you can get a whole pack of different colors for like $5. Alright, next up on the list is just going to be some color matching bolts. You can find anything from rotor bolts to stem bolts to water bottle cage bolts, and you can get them from Amazon, you can get them from name brand companies. These are just some ones from Amazon. It's a really nice upgrade to kind of spruce up your bike. It's a really nice way to color match your bike, keep it more clean and pristine, and get that personalization just how you want it. Alright, these last two upgrades I don't have in hand, but I'll show you them as I talk about them. Another really cool one that I definitely recommend going with is a custom stem cap. You can get these in a lot of different places. You can get some on Amazon. The place that I recommend, which you're seeing right now, is Dispatch Custom Cycling. They're a cool company that's local to Colorado, the state that I'm from, and they make all sorts of different custom end caps. And you can also personalize one exactly how you want it with the different colors. You can put your own text on it, and you can get them printed up with whatever kind of logo you have or whatever you want to put on it. So I'll show you a couple of my favorite designs. That is a super cool upgrade, especially if you're into YouTube or you're into GoProing or anything like that. A lot of times in your POV, they can see handlebars and stem cap. So that's a cool little thing to show your personalization and your style when you're riding your bike. It's a cool way to get that little piece of personality put in there as well every time you ride. And the last piece of customization we're going to be talking about today is fork stickers. Now I just have my default fork stickers on this bike, and same with my full suspension, but in a previous bike that I had, I did go ahead and color match the stickers on the fork decal to match everything else on the bike. I'll show you them right now. It's a cool brand that you can get almost any sticker for. They pretty much have all the different iterations of RockShox forks on there, in all sorts of different colors. It's a nice way too, if you got any fork scratches on your bike like I have plenty, you can kind of take off your old decal, slap a new one on, cleans up the fork and also protects the fork from further scratches. So that's definitely another cool option I'd definitely check out. All right, and that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope I maybe give you some inspiration for your bike that you hadn't already thought of. A lot of these are super budget friendly. If you've got any other suggestions that I haven't talked about today, let me know in the comments. And if you do enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this thing as big as I can. And I'll see you in the next one.